Hey, what's good? I'm Kinell, and this is Sinister Cinema, where we get deep into the guts of old classics and new releases from horror and exploitation cinema. And today I'm going to be having a look at some of the horror available to stream in the UK on Netflix.
You're sure you won't have a sandwich?
Pardon?
By and large, Netflix isn't the best service for horror. There isn't the same kind of weird deep cuts you can find on Amazon Prime, and it doesn't have the same kind of catalogue as the more specialist services like Shudder or the Full Moon app. There's a few gems, they've got a few things right. Just look at Haunted at Hill House, exceptional TV series, but for films, not so much. Always does me head in that they have these clickbait articles with them and all. People have been turning this off because they're too scared. Right, for one thing, how are you going to get that data? They don't ask you why you turned something off from Netflix. So you don't know they turned it off because they were scared. They probably turned it off because it was shit. And second of all, the fucking article came out in the Daily Mail the same day the thing was released. So you're probably just making it up, aren't you? Bollocks. So yeah, fuck the clickbait. However, there are a few gems to be found on UK Netflix, and I'm going to go into a few of them now, kicking off with one of my favourites, From Beyond.
Every journey begins in the mind. A flight of imagination. A vision of what might lie across the universe. Or within the deepest regions of the subconscious. Dr. Edward Pretorius is about to embark on such a journey.
It's out of control. You've got to turn it off. Something's coming. What the hell is that? I'm going to kiss you. Let it happen, Crawford. Humans are such easy prey.
From the makers of Reanimator, From Beyond.
From Beyond, Stuart Gordon, 1986. This film is an unadulterated banger. This was his first film after Reanimator, and he's brought some of the same cast through. We got Barbara Crampton up in here, taking on a more evil role as opposed to a more innocent role in Reanimator, and Jeffrey Combs doing what Jeffrey Combs does. It's based off another H.P. Lovecraft story, and the whole film is off its tits. Kind of a bit of a sci-fi cosmic horror edge, with a bit of body horror effects, wicked physical effects thrown in the mix as well. Fucking banger. I personally even prefer this to Reanimator, and Reanimator in my book is a classic. Take from that what you will. Next up, Psycho 2.
I have a petition here signed by 743 people against Norman Bates' release.
Madam, please sit down. This matter is being represented by the district attorney.
Norman was not convicted of murder. He was found not guilty by reason of insanity.
Don't you realize they're going to release a homicidal maniac?
you to sit down, Mrs. Loomis.
It's all too obvious. Our courts protect the criminals, not their victims.
Norman Bates is judged, restored to sanity, and is ordered released forthwith.
It's 22 years later, and Norman Bates is coming home.
I own a motel not too far from here. And you'd be welcome to spend the night in one of the empty rooms if you'd like. Good night, Mary.
And he's back in business.
Who is this? My mother is dead. I'm telling you, there was a note on that wheel for my dead mother.
Norman, it couldn't be your mother. It had to be someone else.
I trust her. She would never do anything to hurt me. No. She'll kill you. I know she will.
Look out behind you!
No, I won't do that. You can't make me kill her.
22 years later, Norman Bates is home. Psycho 2.
It's starting again.
Psycho 2. Obviously, it's a sequel to the classic 1960 Alfred Hitchcock film. Some would say it wouldn't need a sequel. To these people, I say, fuck you. Because Psycho 2 is absolutely banging. Written by genre legend Tom Holland. There's all sorts of shit going on here. We got a whole new sort of mystery element as fucking Anthony Perkins is back at the motel doing weird shit. And we got a bit more of a 80s slasher influence because it was made in the 80s, so you gotta have it. So the film in general is an all-round banger. Next up, Lifeforce.
They watched. They waited. Now their time has come. Out of the depths of space, the ultimate terror. Moving, searching, destroying. From body to body, from life to life, from man to woman, changing, growing, burning for our life force. From the director of Poltergeist, from the special effects creator of Star Trek, the motion picture, Lifeforce. In the blink of an eye, the terror begins.
From the director of Poltergeist and the writer of Alien comes a terrifying new film.
I'm getting a very small radar cross-section.
150 miles long. EGR's confirmed.
Tell them we have an artificial object out here.
In the tail of Halley's Comet, there's something wrong. Something ancient. Something evil.
Jesus. Houston, we have a problem.
Something's happening to me.
Something hungry that's brought to Earth.
She's destroyed worlds.
That girl was no girl. She was totally alien to this planet and our life form. And totally dangerous.
We just found a body in Hyde Park.
Lifeforce.
Close your eyes.
Visited you how?
In my mind.
Let it go!
It's already spreading. You didn't stop it. It's too late.
Come. Be with me.
Lifeforce. The terror has just begun.
Lifeforce from Toby Hooper. This one is off its head. I've heard this film also described as Quatermass and the Tits, and that's a pretty fair description, to be honest. Crazy sci-fi thing. A lot of it set in the UK, in London, in Yorkshire in some places, and you've got aliens, astronauts, and fucking sex-powered space vampires. There is a lot going on here. This was made as part of Toby Hooper's 3-picture deal with Canon, and he made some crazy films. The other two are Invaders from Mars, the remake of that's a banger, and the wild Texas Chainsaw 2, where you had Dennis Hopper on a full-on chainsaw duel with Leatherface. But Lifeforce is a crazy film. It's on Netflix, stream that thing up. Next we'll go to another classic director. Let's have a look at Christine.
Sonny, you ever owned a car before?
No. I just got my license.
Start her up. Her name's Christine.
I like that.
I saw you guys at the football game. How'd you ever get that car fixed up like that?
Oh, just plain old-fashioned hard work, huh?
Ever since he bought that car, he's been obsessed with it. And you know what else? They told us the man who owned that car last died in it. What do you know about that car?
I know that the guy who owned the car before Arnie, his daughter choked to death in Christine.
It's that car. I swear it's the car.
How's Christine coming?
Oh, Cherry.
That's funny, you know, because I heard she was total.
Well, after I cleaned up the broken glass, it wasn't so bad.
So what if you fix it up, you know, and he just comes back and does it again?
He won't do it again.
Christine, directed by John Carpenter, based on a book by Stephen King. That's an absolute dream team in a lot of people's books. And fucking this is like when they were both doing really well. This was fucking John Carpenter's golden era. He had a run when he just couldn't miss, and this falls right in the middle, concerning an evil car possessed by demons or some weird shit or other that's causing it to kill a lot of people and the owner to go a bit insane. There's some shit going on here, but a lot of people get killed and it entertains this shit out of me. I used to check this one out on VHS all the time. Banger. And next up we got the 2012 remake of Maniac.
cute. You like it rough?
What do you do exactly?
I take pictures of mannequins. I try to bring them to life.
Would you like to see my work? I think you're incredibly talented.
The mages have found the last true romantic.
I don't know about all that.
Stop staring. You're missing a movie.
Please don't scream. You're so beautiful.
Maniac from 2012, starring Elijah Wood. Now, no one was more surprised than me when fucking Frodo was jumping in to the role of greasy serial killer Frank Zito in this remake of William Lustig's brutal classic. But trust me, it's a fucking banger. Shot entirely from Zito's point of view, it forces you into his shoes and makes you live through the trauma that made him what he is, which makes you sympathise with someone you really shouldn't sympathise when he's out there killing a lot of fucking women. This is an insane film, it's absolutely brutal. Shout out to the writers Alexander Aja and I think it's Gregory Labasser. Yeah. You know them from Switchblade Romance, as it was known in this country, High Tension, as it was known elsewhere, from the French Extremity movement, and they went on to do a lot of other before this they did a lot of other remakes that were pretty fucking interesting. And some of the only remakes that stand up, I'm talking about your Hills Have Eyes remake, Piranha 3D, all them kind of things. They absolutely smashed it. So yeah, Maniac from 2012, available on Netflix. Give that fucker a little stream. Yo, so that's all for this episode from Sinister Cinema. All these films are available on UK Netflix at time of posting. I've just checked, they're still there. If you're watching this in the future and they disappeared, not my fault, sorry. Blame Netflix, they are bastards. We got some socials now, so you can follow us on Twitter at Sinister_cinema and on Instagram at Sinister.cinema. So yeah, hit them up, follow us on the socials, and I'll catch you next time. Safe.